Hey ratbags, it's Jade. Guess what? You need to make sure your base has maybe got fire protection in the future, as this has just been teased on Twitter. So we're going to go over this and some of the updates that have hit everyone recently with a lot of fixes. And of course, when speculation is Ashlands going to drop. Let's go. So yeah, this has just got posted a couple of hours ago showing that fire safety will get a lot more important. Now, don't panic. Obviously, it does show that this little wooden hut is actually setting alight, and it does seem to be caused, or if it's not by the Ashlands itself, then by being in close proximity to this. Could this mean all of our wooden glorious builds are now in danger? Only in the Ashlands per default. If you should desire some more chaos, there'll be a setting for that. That is crazy. So you will be able to decide in the game settings if you want to have this enabled everywhere. So that might mean being really paying attention to where you place your fires, having to have a proper stone hearth before you can even put a campfire down in your house, or with a decent chimney that isn't going to set it alight. Now, of course, this is an option. By default, you don't have to panic. Your bases in the meadows, anywhere else, are going to be fine. In the Ashlands, it does look like we are going to have to use some of the newer build materials that we know are incoming. So that is crazy that you'll be able to turn this on if you wanted to make it a hardcore realistic setting. Anywhere in the world could suddenly your base set alight. And literally, as I published live on my video giving you this info, Jonathan Smars, one of the devs, went and posted another little clip and glyph. So I actually took that video down and I've re-uploaded it with this. Take a little look, little homage to the Wicker Man, or maybe. Obviously, we can see a lot of weird angles and shapes with this wood. I'm sure it is obviously just beams being placed down. They look like there's a lot more skinnier ones, but this is the power and the effect of fire eventually tearing down this Wicker Man, as well as maybe the meteorites helping along its way. So this is really cool to see. And yes, this might be what we have to be careful of if there's a meteor shower, if we do have a base. Maybe it's not even just wood. Other materials might have to absolutely be protected with some of that new build material, or it could all come down just like you're seeing here. So exciting stuff, and I'm glad I re-uploaded the video with this extra clip. Just no more clips today, Valheim, yeah? Thanks. And a couple of days ago, the patch 02.17 went live for everyone. Now, I've covered this a little bit in previous videos when it was on the PTB, the public test branch. And honestly, I didn't really want to feel like just going over a bunch of hotfixes. But that's what it really is, and an engine upgrade. They're also getting ready for Ashlands. And they're keen to point out that this is obviously the update before the Ashlands comes. So it's got to be arriving very soon. There's a lot of fixes here. I will leave the link in case you have missed this, especially on Xbox. But remember, Valheim are goats in this situation because they always have the patch note link listed on the splash page whenever you load up a game. So even on console, you can keep track of this stuff without having to watch videos like this. But tons and tons of fixes. It does look like they may be run into a lot more issues with the engine upgrade perhaps, and getting things ready for the Ashlands update. And that is pretty much where we're at the moment. Now this update's gone live for everyone. I'm sure they're going to sit on it for a week. It's obviously Friday. Could the Ashlands launch next week? I reckon they'll probably give it another week just to bed down and make sure there's no other last minute hitches with it going live to a much larger pool of players. But you never know. It could be next week that the actual update drops. But I think it will be the week after or the weeks after. They normally give us some sort of tease. Last time we had a good couple of days, or a day at least, countdown. So yeah, I think we'll know a bit more info come Monday or Tuesday next week, whether or not Ashlands will drop next week or the week after. Ultimately, why do the devs not just give us a rundown or breakdown? Because they don't want to keep pissing people off with any last minute delays. This PTB was in a long time. It seems like I said they did find some issues in getting things ready. So if they'd given some arbitrary release date or said we're aiming for that week, then obviously that sets people on edge when it especially doesn't get delivered. Now, they have been teasing and saying it's coming soon, so we definitely know it's on the horizon. It ain't going to be dropping in no June. I think it will be here by the end of April. But of course, as soon as we do, I'll be setting forth properly on a live stream the minute it goes live. Getting ready, might even do a countdown beforehand if we do get a heads up. So make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you for more Valheim news soon.